Hey guys, today I really want to go over what split is right for you. And so there's a lot of options that you see on social media right now, whether that be upper lower, push pull legs, anterior posterior, bro split, full body, and you see a lot of people that really stand with the split that they do. Personally, I do upper lower, but I see benefits in most of them. The only one that I would generally weed out is bro split because the frequency for muscle groups just really isn't enough. You primarily want to prioritize 2 times frequency or more. Personally, I try and hit 3 just because I like being in the gym. I think it's fun as a hobby. So that's what I would aim to hit because it just runs off the first set. The first set's going to be the most stimulating, and you're just going to get diminishing returns overall. So if you do fit your weekly volume into one session, it's just good to get a certain weekly volume, right? You can hit it in one session, but it won't be quite as stimulating as prolonging it throughout the week. So I would say the first thing to take into consideration is the time that you have. Say you only can go into the gym 2 times a week, which is perfectly fine. You could hit a very intense full body split. Something where you're doing that twice a week, spreading it out to rest, but hitting it very intensely to where you can still recover from and you're not maybe fatiguing yourself throughout the session. If you're going to hit a full body, I think it would be beneficial to do it with reps in reserve. So you're getting full intensity, but you're not quite burning yourself out if you're training everything to failure. I think that would be something that'd be really beneficial, and doing a lot of isolations, say doing like, as opposed to doing a bench press, splitting that up into isolations for your shoulders, triceps, and chest with like a fly or an extension, stuff like that, and doing those really intensely. So things like that, like compounds, can be really fatiguing. And if you only have, say, so many days you can go into the gym and you want really, really good results, I would switch to isolations. You, of course, can do whatever you want, but those types of things are going to be less fatiguing. It's going to be better at hitting the target muscle, where you're not really just scattering your eggs out into a bunch of baskets, right? With that one lift, you're putting it all in one. So you're going to get the most return on investment there. So if you can only get like 2 or 3 days in the gym, it might really benefit you to do a full body split, full body twice a week, every other day, whatever you want, whatever gets you 2 times frequency. I think here's when we start getting into like personal preference when you have a lot of time open. You have another time saver split, which is upper lower 2 times a week, but that is a 4 day split. Upper lower rest, upper lower rest. If you really love your rest days and you're maybe not loving training as much, but you like the results, I would hit an upper lower. It's fun. That's what I hit. I have a great time. I do train everything to failure pretty intensely. If you get burnt out easily, it really might not be the best thing for you. If, say, you kind of lose energy and lose interest midway through, you might want to split with something maybe that more aligns with like push pull legs. But I really enjoy upper lower. I enjoy the pumps. I enjoy the fun of it. I find that I progress a lot better on upper lower because it has a clearer structure than when I was on push pull legs. I made a lot more progress on upper lower. I look better on upper lower. Got a lot stronger on upper lower. I took my squat from 185 for 5 to 365 in under 2 months at around 160 to 170 pounds body weight ish. Of course, there's fluctuations because I was at dining hall meals in college, but I found that the recovery of upper lower, while a lot of that was neural adaptations, the recovery was what allowed me to progress super fast. So the recovery, I think a lot of people would benefit from. So another really good one is push pull legs, but you do have to be aware of the potential for your arms to get underdeveloped on the split. Say you're doing all your torso exercises first, your arms and your shoulders kind of just going to be eating the scraps. They're going to get the sloppy seconds from your lifts. So you're going to be more fatigued. The stimulus isn't going to be as good if they're pre-fatigued from a lot of compounds. So I'd say push pull legs is good if you enjoy going to the gym 6 times a week. if you like that, if you like shorter sessions. The issue with push-pull legs is it does lend itself to programming in junk volume. So that is something you also have to look out for. It depends on if that's something that really matters to you. And if you're in it for the fun, it's all whatever you want to do. What I personally hit here is kind of, now we're getting into the 3 times frequency world. And I hit a 5 to 6 day a week upper lower with 3 upper sessions, 2 to 3 lower sessions. I love this split. I'd recommend it to everyone. I think it's really fun, but it does come at the cost where you're in the gym a lot, you're training pretty hard, and if that's something that doesn't really align with your goals, recovery is also a little bit more different, where you're not getting as many rest days in between. So if recovery is something that is just absolutely necessary here, like you get sore after every session, you can't progress without a lot of rest days, then you will probably not want to hit the split. But if you dial back your volume a bit, keep your intensity up, I think it is very easy to recover on a split like this and progress. I've had nothing but great results, nothing but a ton of fun, and yeah, I think it's personally great. But next up is anterior posterior. This one is a lot more complex in my mind. It doesn't really work with compounds. If you're more of an isolation person, I think this one would be really nice for you, where it's the front of your body and the back of your body. The issue, though, is that you do have a lot of rollover. Say you're going to hit an anterior day, and or something like you're going to hit the front of your body. You will, if you want to do something like a chest press, you are going to get some of your triceps in there as a supporting muscle, which will hurt your next session, which is the one issue, is you do have a lot of overlap. If that's something that doesn't bother you, I think this would be a great split. It does lend itself a little bit more to the science-based lifting side. If that's not really your gig, then I really wouldn't do it. But if it's something that interests you, I would implore you to try, because you only live once. You shouldn't just like close off a door just because it has the term science-based in it. I personally really like science-based lifting. You're not going to catch me really doing a Keenan flap or something like that, but I do enjoy the thought of it. I think it's a little bit more fun to figure out the reasoning behind what I'm doing instead of entirely just going off of bro science and bro stuff. That's why I'm in education for this. I'm getting educated in a lot of fitness stuff. I find the reasoning why to be really fun. It's like a puzzle for me. If you enjoy the puzzle aspect, I implore you to check out science-based lifting. It's cool to build what you want, understanding the mechanics behind it. The mechanics is fascinating, it's fun, and really it's not too terribly difficult to understand. So I think some people really take it too far. People start like criticizing you if you do something that's not entirely optimal. I think optimal is fun. It's fun to optimize. That's what I would say. I implore you to try optimizing at least once. It's fun to try. That's my thought on it. It's really fun to try. Optimizing is fun. I want to get the most out of my results. I like the puzzle of it. It's like making your schedule. It might be a little stressful, but you got to figure out how to put everything into one day. So, yeah, before you check it out, try any of these splits. I think they'd be beneficial for everyone. Anyone can grow off anything. It's about having fun. Really hope you guys have a great rest of your day. Thank you so much for watching my video. If you care for it, subscribe, like, comment, and yeah, catch you guys in the next one.